Something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets, cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
I do have another question. So I see you're a family man, got a beautiful family, but you're still doing your music, you're being successful. What's your advice for balancing work and family life?
I always picture another nigga raising your kids.
Say that,
bro.
Look at that, look at that camera right there.
I always picture another nigga raising your kids, laying with you. The woman that you with right now, picture another nigga. Better yet, picture nigga that you cool with, laying with your woman.
Is that my saying or what?
It is.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Bro, you do not want that.
Nah, you know, I can't have that. I can't. No, I just can't. I just feel like, you know what, I'd rather tough it out. No matter what we go through, I'm gonna tough it out. And the kids is my number one priority.
That's real.
I just feel like they have too many things in the world pulling them this way, especially the way TV is now. And the baby's on YouTube. He about to be 4. I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm hearing cussing going on. I'm like, man, what are you watching? I look at his tablet, and he's half asleep, and it's just rolling.
Yes.
And then the oldest, you know, he came home the other day telling me some stuff that kids are involved with in school, and I'm just like, what? Like,
kids did what?
The stuff
they just involved in. It's a whole
what they're involved in.
It's a whole nother level to what they're exposed to what we were. Because us, it was just this. Now it's this. You can't say that.
Oh no.
I said some things in the house. He got offended.
Oh, my kids.
That's offensive.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. He says, "Whoa, you can't say that."
Yeah, our kids
How
used
could
to look
you?
like that
I'm
too.
like, what? Man, this is my goddamn house. He's like,
Yeah.
He said, "You just don't get it. You know, you're hurting people." I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, our kids used to do me like that too.
Right, but you know what it is then once you start talking to the kid, you say, you know what, maybe I need to chill out. Not because you feel like you right or wrong, just because you realize that times have changed. It's different times.
Stick to your guns, because you know what?
Yeah.
As my girls started getting older, they started seeing what we were talking about.
Right.
I'm going to give you a prime example. We used to talk about those quite often. And they used to be just like you. Hey, man. Hey, Dad, you're being rude.
Right.
That's offensive.
We put that on the shirt. That's offensive.
And then we had the George Floyd thing.
Right.
Everything changed after that in their minds.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they started seeing some things and noticing some things in the world that they just couldn't believe.
That's another reason why I'm talking about having a daddy. To give y'all an example. My daddy used to always tell me, we used to fight. My senior year was the worst year part of my life because I went through this poking my chest out. You know, so I ended up moving out, getting my own spot because me and him, we just didn't see eye to eye. But he used to always say, hey, when you leave the house, take that do-rag off your head, man. You know, why you got that bandana in your pocket, man? You giving these crackers a reason to pull you over. Never really understood it until the day I got pulled over.
Yep.
My days always said, stop riding with your hat on, man. Why you got that white T-shirt on? Why is there 4 niggas in the car?
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. I was like, man, come on, man. You a square. You don't know what we're talking about. But then when you start realizing that sometimes we give police a reason, not always.
Exactly.
Sometimes we give police a reason to fuck with us. So what I've learned throughout the years is like, damn, everything he was bitching and nagging about, now I'm going through it.
Yeah.
So when the whole George Floyd situation happened, or just anybody that just had issue with the police, I always try to tell my son, I say, listen, I'm not saying who's right or wrong. Only thing I want at the end of the day, you to come home. Yeah. I said, if a cop pull you over and he fucking with you, it's okay to give him the upper hand. Like, yes, sir, no, sir, I apologize, sir. You know what, I didn't know that, sir, I apologize.
Pick your battles.
Right. I got my ass whooped by the police in Houston. And close friend of mine, his
damn, Pimp.
Yeah. I got fucked up in Houston. It wasn't my fault, but yeah.
That's what they say.
It's a true story. That's a true story, man. I was feeling myself, got into it with this one cop. He was an off-duty cop. We got into it, and his buddies hit me up, started punching on me, hit me with billy clubs. And they was like, had me in handcuffs, kicking my wallet in the middle of the street.
Wow.
I was in a nightclub, but I name dropped my friend's uncle, who's a sheriff. I name dropped him. And all of them was like, man, shut your bitch ass up. You don't know him. But one dude was just like, he looked at me, And he was like, I know I seen him before. He said, you his nephew. I said, it's like my uncle. So he whispered to me. He said, man, just chill out. So he called my uncle. My uncle, he gave him the phone. He was like, hey, nephew, just do whatever they say. They gonna let you go. So like the next day I was hurting, pain, and all that shit. You know what I mean? I called him. I said, yo, why they do that? He said, listen. He said, they scared just like y'all scared because they looking at it like somebody gonna be in charge. And if it's gonna be anybody in charge, they want to be the ones to control. Yeah. He said, so your objective at the end of the day, let them do whatever the fuck they gonna do as long as you get to go home. That's the reason why when I get pulled over, I don't never pull out my phone. I don't never talk crazy to the police. I'm one of them niggas like, I'm like, yes sir, no sir, I apologize. And just so I can go home. I don't really give a fuck about proving if I'm right or wrong to a police officer.
Oh no.
I don't want no nigga shooting me. That's just, I don't want to be a hashtag.
And a t-shirt.
Right, man, because look, you understand, like, what good is having the footage if they still gonna be non-guilty? And you dead. And you dead. If you dead, what point is putting out your phone? That's why I tell my kids, like, hey man, whenever cops come around, I need you to be on your best behavior.
How does that feel to have to still do that in 2023?
On one hand, it sucks, but on the other hand, it's normal for me. On the other hand, it's normal for me because that's how I was taught and that's what I do. I ain't never, man, God forbid, I ain't never had no issues with no police other than black police.
Wow.
White police, if they racist, right? I had a white police call me boy in Alabama one time because Alabama got some racist head cop. He pulled me over. He was calling me, boy, why was you speeding? I said, sorry, sir. I was sorry, sir. I was being funny. Ronnie was with me. Me and Ronnie was together, man.
How's it getting to it? Yeah.
But only people I had trouble with be them black cops. I done got pulled over in South Park, man. They done towed my Cadillac up looking for weed and shit. I know y'all got the weed, you bitch ass nigga. And when I find it, I'm gonna take your ass to jail. You hoe ass niggas. I'm like, damn. I'm like, but that's what's so fucked up for me. It's like, it ain't even the white cops, it's the nigga cops. Yeah. And I don't call them black cops, I'm talking nigga cops.
Nigga, straight ignorant.
Man, because those really the worst people. Them nigga cops, there's police that are evil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cause I know a lot of cool ass police officers.
Oh, man, me too. But most of them were in cowards in school.
Yeah, they get their ass whooped. And now they get to whoop your ass.
No offense.
I was about to tell a story, but I didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Everybody hurt no feelings. Sometimes these are things people got to bring to the light, man. Like, it's good cops and it's hoe ass cops, man. But for me, I've had most hoe ass cops be like black folks.
Well, they put the hoe ass cops in our community.
I ain't think about that.
That's what they do.
The
ones with the utmost respect, they're going to put them in Highland Park and up in North Dallas somewhere. Well, the good side of North Dallas.
You get over there, Officer Ray.
Hey, you
want to oversee your people?
You know what my get out of jail free card has been for me?
What's up?
My CHL.
That has been
my
a good
concealed handgun license.
Yeah, that does
I done
work.
been like tipsy and got pulled over.
Yep.
And I was in St. Louis. I got pulled over by a cop, and I handed him my concealed handgun license and my driving license. He looked, and he did like this. He said, "Man, where you headed, bro?" I said, "I'm trying to get to my hotel." He says, "Man, like you lost?" I ain't from here. I'm on my GPS. Yeah. And I'm tipsy as shit. Like, and he's just like, you know what? Just follow me. The motherfucker drove me to the hotel. Yep, like, following him to the hotel. I got pulled over by them cops speeding in the school zone. Yep. And handing them my CHL. And it goes from finna give me a ticket to, man, what kind of gun you hold? I'm like, oh man, I got a Smith & Wesson. Yeah, I got Smith & Wesson. Oh, you ever tried the Glock 19 generation? This one? I'm like, nah, I never tried that one.
Let me hold yours.
Next thing I know, we looking at each other's phones and shit. Yeah. So I tell people, man, if you ain't got no felonies in the state of Texas, get your CHL. Yep. It's really like your citizen pass.
It will get you out of shit, because I got mine.
That citizen pass, like I bullshit you. Now, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but every time I never got pulled over, it makes a cop feel like, you know what, I'm I could talk to him.
Well, his background has been checked.
Right.
And he's not a felon. Something else that also works for the ladies, just tell them that your husband is a cop.
Oh, for real? A husband is a cop?
Yeah, it works.
What precinct he work at?
You have to already have that.
You better have that shit.
Okay, you better have that down.
You better have that shit.
13. Everybody got a 13. 13 precinct.
It works out of South Dallas.
Yeah. So it's worked for me a couple of times.
For real?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told him one time I had the bubble guts and I'm trying to get it.
Oh yeah, I done done that before.
That did work, didn't it, baby?
That did work.
Yeah.
That dude said, "Where you come from?" I said, "I'm coming from the Cowboy game. I had some of them super nachos, man, and I got the BGs.
I'm trying to get
I live right down there."
Yeah, let me go.
You know what that fool said? Go Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
But you know what? I had a partner. You remember DeMarcus Deasy?
Yeah.
My partner, he called the police on the police.
That's what I'm talking about. Come get your boy.
Man, we had weed in the car, guns in the car.
This caused some more laws.
Man, he's like, we literally getting pulled over. He's like, yeah, 911. Yeah, I got a cop unlawfully pulling us over. I need you to send a sheriff. And I'm like, no.
No.
Like, no, nigga, no.
They gonna bring the dogs,
man.
nigga.
As soon as we get pulled over, man, they start walking to the car. They got all the lights on us, and another sheriff pull up, and they having a whole argument and shit. Them niggas let us go, but I was scared as fuck because I'm like, nigga, we got dope in the car. We got dope in the car. You over here playing
like a motherfucker.
Clenched.
Yeah, but he was like, no. He was one of the niggas, man. Whenever you get pulled over, call the police on the police.
For what?
Man, I don't
know. Where that nigga from?
I'm just trying to get out of the situation.
Nigga, I ain't even got that nigga got the police on speed dial. Nigga, I ain't even got the police phone on.
He graduated from Carter,
What's your name? Let me see your
badge. I don't even got the police phone on.
I was scared, man. I was scared as shit. That was one time I was scared. I'm like, why would you do that?
I don't even know them.
We was in the back seat. I like, bro, let my black ass go home.
Okay.
I don't want this, bro.
Oh, man. Your homeboy. I do have another, since we're on the topic of we were talking about kids and having to talk to you. We're in this climate, the Me Too. A lot of things are different and have changed as far as lingo and how do you prepare your sons for that? How do you have these conversations with them? Keep them from...
A lot of things have changed.
Yes.
Want me to keep it honest?
Yeah.
It ain't no right answer on this because I ask questions. For instance, and I can say this respectfully, I shot my first movie with a majority gay cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had never been around like transgenders before ever in my life, and it was different. So I asked questions. Like, hey, is it cool to say this? Is it cool not to say this? If I say the F word, is it offensive? You know, because I don't know. Because I was brought up in that old school traditional Baptist household where it's this, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I got a paper from my oldest. His school said, we teaching pronouns. And I'm like, what the fuck is a pronoun? I don't fucking know. Right. But I got on Instagram, and I made a post on my story. Said, hey, anybody could teach me about pronouns. Cause I don't want to tell my kids the wrong thing.
Just go to Cali.
I see, no, man. That's a whole. I'm gonna get to that. I got a story about that. I see pronouns is different because when you from Texas, the only thing you really know is like gay and straight. And maybe bisexual. It's different, whole different when somebody say, man, I don't identify as a male or a female or
gender neutral.
Right. I don't know what that means, so I had to ask. And once you start asking people, you gain knowledge. And so what I've learned is, I told my oldest, say, teach me, because I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
Because all the gay people I know is like old school gay. It's just strictly I'm gay, you know what I mean? Like I'm lesbian, that's just what it is. So all the new stuff is new to me. So you ask me, how do I prepare with this world? I just ask questions. And I try to just be respectful to everybody because you just never know what somebody is going through.
No, I'm talking more along the lines of preparing your sons for not being Me Too.
Let me give you an example.
Break it down for me.
I'm going to give you an example. I know we don't like talking about people who not here.
Right.
The way we grew up.
Right.
We grew up kind of rough.
Yes,
right.
Handling women rough. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Charlemagne the God.
Right.
Charlemagne the God is in some type of situation that he's already agreed, he's already admitted to, but it's coming back up now.
Kinda.
Do you know the story?
About his sexual thing?
Yeah, where he put he drugged the little girl and had sex with her.
Right.
And, that used to be... Allegedly.
Okay.
No, he's already went to court.
Allegedly.
But whatever. He put some... allegedly put some Spanish fly out of his mouth.
No, I didn't hear. I'm thinking, man, my mind somewhere. I didn't know this.
Yeah. He said, I put some Spanish fly in a girl's drink. He laughed about it. He had sex with her. He laughed about it. Now, this is a minor.
Oh, wow.
How do we raise our kids nowadays as young men to understand right and wrong and lines, blur lines, not to cross?
And if a woman can't stand up.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I've put in the top. I gotta say this so respectfully because I'm in a different space now.
Yeah.
But the way I was taught was like, man, if a woman ain't coming on to you, and giving you that talk back, or she ain't giving you that participation, you know what I'm saying? To me, it ain't worth it. Cause just keep it all the way funky. Like when you coming up, and y'all both drinking and stuff and whatnot, and y'all into it, you know if a woman is coherent or not.
Oh yeah.
If I got a chick, I've had a lot of chicks while I'm on the road and they not coherent. I'm like, hey man, where your homegirls at, man? Y'all come get her, because I'm not, because I don't believe in I don't really believe in the that whole rape shit. I don't really like that.
Because it will go down like that.
Because I'm so old school to where I'm always thinking the negative. I'm always thinking a woman is trying to get me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I ain't with that.
Well, you've been entertained. You got to think like that.
Because you have to. Because if you don't, they'll get you.
But these average guys are just going out there tripping. You know, steady buying drinks, you know. Oh, they considering that rape now.
It is.
I'm getting the girl drunk, too drunk to make her own decisions.
What's effed up about it is, and this is my personal opinion, and some people ain't gonna like it, but I really be feeling like, how's a judge gonna tell you if you was coherent or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's to say if you was coherent or not? We don't know.
No.
And I know a lot of women that had that guilt the next morning.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a lot. I got homegirls that be like, bro, you know,
I shouldn't have done that.
I fucked this nigga and his partner last night, man. He not answering the phone. I'm finna blast his ass.
That's all it takes.
And that's what's so effed up about nowadays is that somebody could say you done something 20 years ago, and they could, to their recollection, it could be like, oh, he took advantage of me. And that's what's so scary about it. Somebody could say you did something 20 years ago, and you still get busted for it, and ain't no proof.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing we're talking about, Charlotte. I mean, this happened years ago. Look at Bill Cosby. Years ago. This happened before the Wendy Williams show.
He was officially charged.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
Do y'all think people should still be charged if they did something 20 years ago?
Depends on what they did.
Okay, what is
murder?
Messing with a kid.
Messing with a kid.
Because kids are not gonna, some kids don't know how to verbalize that. Right. And even once they realize, okay, this is wrong, but this is somebody I know, this is my uncle or whatever, it takes, they are adults before they realize, man,
and some kids got some whole ass parents too.
I'm an adult and I would never. Okay. And so then it all start hitting. Like this young lady was saying, she got triggered by seeing him on TV because she had thought, she was a kid. She thought he got in trouble or whatever. And then she see him on TV and like.
Yeah. Her mama was supposed to handle everything. But then she saw him on Wendy Williams' show in the corner when he was working for Wendy Williams, and boom, it triggered.
Yeah. Oh wow!
Yeah, so
see, that's the scary part because you, unless you've been in that situation before, you really can't say how you would respond. Because for me, I never knew black women was getting like molested by their family members and stuff until like
goes on a lot, bro.
When you start talking to women, they open up to you and say, "Oh yeah, my mama's boyfriend used to do this." And I'm thinking like, "What?"
Yeah,
because it wasn't my reality.
Yeah.
You ever had like even like all my partners that really was real po growing up, certain things didn't register to me until I got older.
Me too, bro.
Because I'm like, huh? Like, wait, I'm like, y'all did what?
Yeah.
I said, why? Well, why your mama didn't do this, nigga? We couldn't do this, and you didn't understand it because your parents kind of tried to keep you this. To where these youngsters, they raising themselves. My kinfolk tell me he used to like whoop his mama boyfriend ass because like he would beat his mama and then like he would beat the nigga up and then like a week later the nigga be right back at the house. Those are the type of things that were going on. So just think if it was a woman getting molested by a man, you dig what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit, bro. So
that's the type of shit that be going on. And then when you go tell your parents and your parents don't believe you because they're embarrassed.
It's scary though.
Or you get parents like the little girl or Kelly. And they're just pieces of shit as well.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And don't
allegedly.
And see, even now, but see, this is, even like with that situation, what bothers me the most about that situation is that
they should be arrested too.
True, but even like the stuff that the documentary shit.
Yeah.
To me, I think that shit is fugazi. I think the pen shit, him messing with the young girl is one thing.
Yeah.
But him like misleading women, I think it's something totally different. Because
if you a 30-year-old grown woman and you end up getting locked up in a cage with I
can't ask you because this thing apply to you, but like my whole thing is this: I give you something like the whole pimping lifestyle. If a nigga finesse a woman, to me, that he shouldn't be punished for that. If a nigga is forcibly like beating a woman ass, you know what I mean, and having her on handcuffs to where she can't leave on her own free will is one thing. They try to make it seem like this man had these women on the handcuffs, but
I see what you're saying.
But they had agreements. A lot of these women had agreements to where like, hey, if you come live with me, I don't want you talking to your family members. I'm gonna give you this, and this, and this is what I expect from you. So me, it's like, why is he being punished for that?
And he was leaving, doing shows,
right?
And that's when you plot your escape.
These are my things. These are things I know for a fact.
Yeah,
that these women was living under contracts. It's not, and it wasn't.
Were they women or were they little girls?
No, these are women. These are grown women.
Some of them are little girls.
No, I'm talking about recently.
Oh, okay.
All the women he had them, they was of age.
They was all of 18 and
the problem. Older. This is the problem, and people hate when I say this. The problem is what we consider grown.
Yeah,
because every state is different.
Every state is different.
My grandmama got married 14 years old. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know women that got pregnant at 12, 13 years old. It's like, what do we consider grown? Is it because the law says is that, or is it really because this is when a person is really grown?
Yeah.
I'm not here to judge that, but I'm just saying that's why it gets confusing, because if I'm in Texas and it's 17, or if I'm in New York and it's 18, or if I'm in California and it's 16, that's why I think niggas like R. Kelly.
Well, they have that few year span, like 3 or 4 years within. Yeah. Now, if you pass that,
a lot of it has to do with your upbringing too, because what you can. For me, I come from a square business father, my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he taught me at a young age we don't take that from women. He didn't like porn. That nigga was like he didn't like porn. Strip club. He felt like anything that was semi perverted. Yeah, he like, man, don't be around that shit. Okay. He said he used to feel. My dad used to feel like strip clubs used to make niggas go out and rape women and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't mean to put it in business out. That's how my pops raised me. That's how he was. He was real big on perversion. He felt like, man, if you can't just meet a woman and fuck on your own, then you don't need to be going to a strip club and looking at no freaky movies.
I bet you tripped out when you came home with that name, Fat Pimp.
Nah, but you know what? He laughed. He laughed, man. God bless my grandma, man. Like my grandma co-signed it though. She was with it. My daddy was just on some like. He was cool. He was supportive.
Because I know you ain't talking about pimping and pants.
Nah, man, it wasn't like that, man. It was just I always been a ladies man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I always had a lot of women. And in high school I got that name just from.
You heard him, baby? Big pimping over.
Yeah, I always had women, man. When I tell my girl, when I first met her, she thought it was a joke. Until we would go to like random cities. Yeah. It's
that pimp in the building.
That's how it was though. And for me, it's a different. I'm just cut different. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of these niggas couldn't understand. That's why I never got caught up on the road with chicks. Cause I was early. I jumped in the game early, 12 years old. You know what I mean? So by the time most niggas on the road, 21, 22 years old, they chasing women. I wasn't doing that. Cause I'm telling them, y'all niggas will get burnt. You know what I'm saying? These niggas hit your pockets. Yep. Okay. When my partner then was hitting chicks, nigga, I was wide awake. I said, yo, give me y'all back end money. Give me y'all back end money. I'm finna hold this to the
protect
money.
Them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel you.
Because the thing was, I got hit one time, letting my guard down with a chick, not even on a show, just in Houston, Crockett, Texas. Damn. Crockett, Texas, man. They hit my pockets. And it was my rent money too.
Damn.
Man, we had went out, partied and shit. I was coming down off
after the show?
No, this is a normal day.
Oh, wow.
I came down off of XP and I had crashed. Next morning, I'm looking for my money and shit. She like, I ain't seen it. I pulled a strap on and everything. I said, bitch, I'm going to kill you. Looking for my money. She like, I ain't got it. I went through a purse, just couldn't find it. And I ended up dropping off. I went to a corner store, said, man, go in and give me a box of squares. So as soon as she went in, I drove out. And then when I got home, my nigga was like, man, did you check a bra? And I'm like, huh? He said, did you check a bra? I'm like, no. He said, dumbass nigga, that's where the money was probably at. Yep. And that's where it was at. And ever since that day, it was like, for me, it was a red flag. Whenever my niggas would come to the room with a chick, I'm like, y'all can hit whoever y'all want, bro. Just give me y'all back in. I'm going to hold on to this, bro, because I feel like I ain't going to never be one of these niggas on the road get got.
Yeah. Because you can't get got.
Hell yeah, it happened to the best.
Not again, right?
With the women helping.
Yeah, and your partners.
Mona Lisa.
Yeah, they gonna say, man, you know what? Because for me, what I used to do, this is a while ago. What I used to always have a designated chick in whatever city I was in. Yeah, and that's how I used to rock. I never used to hit. I never like hitting groupies because I'm more of I like to be safe.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A one-woman man.
Yeah, I would come to the city. Whatever girl I was dealing with in that city, I would have her at the show.
That's how,
That way she could be like, oh, they don't need to mess with her. Why not? Because she this and she that. Like, cool.
Yeah. I've heard that, seen that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Those were the days.
Tell me about L.O.U.D.
L.O.U.D music.
Yes, sir.
Living Out Your Dreams. Derek McKinney. They brought me on in a time where I kind of was lost. I really didn't want to do music no more.
But you still got it.
2018, maybe 17. I met him in 2012, you know what I mean? We always been solid, but 2018, around that time, they was like, yo, can go on the road with us. We opened up for Ja Rule. In my head, I'm like, all right, whatever. Then I see Ja Rule's crowd. I'm realizing, like, oh, this big difference.
Yeah.
One thing about Derek, he not really big on doing these little ass shows. He like big events.
Yeah.
So like I went on tour with Snoop. You know, I've been on tour with The Baby, Gucci. Just those type of crowds, big venues.
Yeah.
And what that did was open my eyes up and say it ain't over yet.
Where's he from?
H-Town.
We met him.
Derek.
Wasn't he at that show?
Yeah. He managed me, Zero, Flip, Bobby Valentino.
Yeah, he was standing right there next to us, baby, and he said, these are my artists.
Yeah, man, he got me. Tim Ned, that's the other half of the Art of Ratchet.
Yeah.
Cody Blake, he an R&B artist out of Houston, Southwest. And,
what about that chick?
Skyra. Skyra Bliss, that's my baby, man.
Yeah, she was hard.
Man, she cold, man. And she got like this, she know how to dress herself. She's got the swag, man.
We need to get her on the show.
Skyra, I got you, man.
Where's she from? Houston, too?
Yeah,
she need to come on down and get on the show. I like her
cold,
style.
Man. She good, man. She got good energy. They keep me grounded because we all different. And to see them rock shows with big audiences that most people will drop the ball on, and they rock it.
I talked to some people, you know me, I do my due diligence, and they vouch for him. They vouch for the guy.
Derek solid. Derek got 97.9 to come out to L.O.U.D Fest. We did L.O.U D Fest 2 years in a row, but then they got 97.9 at H-Town to come out there and support. It's rare you get radio stations support like festivals and events. He got her to come out, and not only come out, do interviews, network, take pictures with artists. And that's why I rock with Derek. Man, Derek talk every day, even if it ain't about music. But
that's what's up.
You know what I mean? He's teaching me about walking bigger than I've been walking. Because I kind of feel sometimes I try to keep myself in a box. He like, hell no, man. We want the big record, man.
That's
he said, you want to be another local nigga, or you want to be one of the best people to ever do it?
He a motivational nigga.
Oh, yeah, man. He sent me motivational. So when we get off the air, I'm going to show he sent me motivational music to listen to while we're working out. He'll text me in the morning like, yo, did you work out today?
I like niggas like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's my dog.
Tell me about this. So, you know, we about to wrap it up.
Okay.
We are the official UGK alumni podcast.
For sure. Officially.
So I know.
Yeah.
You gave me a bun story. Give me a pimp story. You gave me one before. Tell these people the pimp story.
The pimp story, man. I'm working at Continental Airlines, man. Continental Connection in Houston. Terminal A. I remember it like it was yesterday. Pimp was hopping off the airplane. Anybody know the small airplanes, you're not allowed to grab the luggage. You got to send it to the baggage claim. And I'm seeing Pimp, and it's just like an aura. You can just see the aura of him walking. And he on his phone. And I was like staring at him. I was just like, hey, Pimp, I'm a big fan. He was on the phone. And
with the mink on?
He had the mink on because it was cold outside. He had the mink on. And he was like, how long? And he was like, man, you a UGK fan, man. What's your favorite song off the new album?
You got to say it in the Pimp C voice.
He said, hey, man, if you're a UGK fan, what's your favorite song off the new album? And I started rapping that cocaine, cocaine. And he was like, oh, man, you a young nigga with an old soul, man. Whoever he was on the phone with, he got off the phone. He said, here, man, take this number here. And I think it was International Red number.
Yeah.
So I got his number. He was like, man, you come to the club with us tonight. Come kick it with us, man. Get some drinks on us. And he was like, matter of fact, if you a real motherfucking UGK fan, go get my luggage out the back of the plane. Then I ran to the back of the plane, and it's a bus. With all these white folks ready to go to their connecting flights and to baggage claim. I went, hopped on the back of the plane, found that Louis bag, gave it to him, and he was like, he said, hit him up. And in my head, I'm like, man, this nigga ain't gonna answer. I called that number when it was time to go out that night. Nigga picked up the phone when I was in front of the club, came and got me. And got to kick with Pimp, you know what I'm saying? The club. Real. But this was what the era when there wasn't no phone, you know, where niggas wasn't like doing all this, you know what I mean? It was strictly like, this was a word of mouth experience. Matter of fact, Remember that song, Get Throwed?
Yeah.
That was the video footage. If you ever look at the beginning of Get Throwed when Jay Prince was on there, Zero, everybody walking, that was that night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was that night.
Did you make it?
Nah. I wasn't even, I was rapping, but I'm like, I wasn't.
But it don't matter, you could have been in the crowd.
Nah, man, because this was like the era of, we wasn't on that. I was looking at, you gotta stand, I'm looking at a nigga that made it possible for me to produce and to do music. He made it cool to be from Texas. You know what I mean? Like I didn't give a fuck about rapping and telling him that. I wanted to just like nigga pimp, nigga. Like
nobody rep Texas like Pimp.
Nobody, man. Like when I heard the story about how he did Big Pimp and why he did the verse like that, and it ended up being the greatest verse on the song.
Man.
No disrespect to nobody else, but I think Bun had the bars on there, but when it had the what made people remember Big Pimpin', smoking, pouring up.
8 bars.
Come on, man.
That's the hardest 8 bars.
And in the video, he was like so arrogant fucking the video.
That boy had his shirt off.
Man, with the pretty little model, with the pretty model that I forgot her name. Gloria
Velez.
She had a nigga at the time, man.
And Aaron Hall, wasn't it?
Stop playing, man. Come on,
let's just say she didn't leave that night.
Come on, man. You talking about the pimp, man. It was like, for me, it was like seeing that. It was just, and then seeing him walk down them stairs, he had just came home. It was like one of the greatest experiences I ever experienced in my life. It had nothing to do with music. It was just meeting the pimp. That was the one and only time I got to meet him. Even when he was in Dallas, it's a video where he had hit this chick in the head with the mouth.
I was there. Club Blue.
I wish I could have been there.
Club Blue.
Pimp in that, that far, bitch.
Yeah. He told her to stop like 3-4 times.
Like Kevin Gates, that's why he kicked that.
I remember Kevin. He didn't have to do that.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying.
But it was just like that, though.
Because he come from that. He come from that. Hey, man, quit touching me, man. My woman here. Woo.
But on the cool, it started real small.
Yeah.
Look at the video. He was like, say, man, don't do that. Next thing it was, say, don't do that. God damn, don't, it just kept escalating, getting more and more. And then once you get him in that red.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Oh, it's a wrap for anybody. So male, female, dog, cat, you can get it with
Hey, you know who else was so cool to me? His mama.
Oh, Mama West, yeah.
Mama West was so cool, man.
It's so unbelievably cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Rest in peace, Mama West.
And she was so sweet, man.
One of my biggest regrets in life, I was working at a dealership when she passed, and they would not let me off.
For real.
To make it to the funeral. So that killed me.
So sweet, man.
Oh my God, yes. So
sure.
What you got going now?
All the Ratchet album is out right now. The single's called Bye. It's actually on rotation, 979. Got a movie coming out December 11th called Cream. Shout out to Kelly Sante. She cast me for that. Right now on the For Us, By Us network, it's a movie called Low Key Hustle. I'm in there. I play a karate instructor named Sensei Ray. So if you got $9 to spare a month, man, check that out on the For Us, By Us network. Okay. Anybody tuned in, man? Y'all got.
I saw that on Fire Stick. I didn't know that was okay.
Fubu, yeah. For Us, By Us network, man. Anybody tuned in, y'all got these acting roles, man. Get at me. That's where it's at right now.
Already?
New album. We working on that. We ain't got no release date, but it's on the way.
You taking acting classes?
I have took probably like 2 of them. I actually got a guy here in Dallas who's trying to give me somebody in LA to help me out because I'm learning there's so much I don't know.
Yeah.
My first big acting role is the Low Key Hustle one, and I made a lot of mistakes. Because facial expressions is everything.
Yes, it is.
So that's bigger than, even if you ain't got like words, the facial expressions, you got to sell it.
Okay.
And so I learned, and that's where I'm at right now. One thing about me, I'm a jack of all trades.
You gonna learn it.
I'm gonna learn it, man. Yeah.
Already.
So yeah, the movies, we keep pushing right now, man. We just keep pushing.
For sure, man.
Yeah, for sure. I
You
appreciate
got something for the fam?
Last question.
Okay, here we go.
Tell us your 3 favorite of your songs of all time. Your top 3.
Come on now.
All right, my first one is probably gonna be Roll Me Up. Roll Me Up, I felt like that record saves me. If I'm ever having a show and the show ain't really feeling, I know I could drop the Roll Me Up. Number 2 probably definitely gonna be Rack Daddy. I don't really like Rack Daddy as a song, but
that's the one.
That's the one. It don't matter where I'm at, I can get that one. And the last one is probably gonna be Uh-Oh. Let me tell y'all why. Uh-Oh is featuring Jay White, produced by Jay White, shot the video in LA. But the reason why this one meant so much to me was because DJ Mustard, YG got to see it from ground up. I was on tour with YG.
Okay.
And the song wasn't even out. I performed it and introduced it to every crowd in every city and taught them the words. To where when they were done, if they didn't remember nothing else, they remembered the words to the hook.
Wow.
And that's one of my favorite records, man. It got line dance to it and everything, man. Like, that's where it's at. You know, I love that juke joint vibe, man. Like, so seeing niggas doing like line dancing.
We about to get into that. What's that shit we finna get into, baby?
Swinging out.
No.
What we about to get into? What you talking
trail riding and all that.
Oh, say, now that's Texas shit. Louisiana shit. Ooh, you ever been to trail ride yet?
No, we about to do it, though.
Man, shout out to Jeter, King South, man. That's a whole movement out there right there.
I know it, man.
I got me some cowboy boots on a couple weeks ago.
Money Waters just did you see that video? What's it called, baby? The song you like about the girl.
City Country Girl.
Country Girl.
I don't hear that.
It's a video
that
too.
Trail ride shit.
Yeah.
That's where it's at, man.
Man, we finna get down with it, man.
We gotta keep that our own though.
I got 2 pearl cases.
Okay.
For real?
Yeah.
They gonna say we took it.
We gonna
Sir Charles, he be out there.
Sir Charles,
Yeah,
you know my boy Ty. You know Ty?
Yeah.
Ty, we gotta get Ty up here. Ty just signed with Sir Charles, so we gotta get him. Yeah. He got himself the
Sir
prince
Charles,
of the side.
man.
Yeah, Sir Charles.
Sir Charles did that Dallas song. He shout out the Clip Club, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love that.
Sir Charles coming, man.
But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having me. It's a platform we need in the city.
Man, I appreciate you. I heard you was over there hollering at my boy Boss Talk.
Boss Talk, man. Yeah, we I think that's our second or third interview.
Talk.
Him and his wife, man. She always be giving me good marriage advice.
Miss Jamaica Maker.
She get the accent.
Yeah, Maker.
Yeah,
she said it. Walk. What she be saying on there? Walk.
I like her, man. I like him too, man. Good people, man. I always give him his flowers though. 'Cause I told him, I said, people gonna hate on you because he got like a couple blogs hating on him now.
Yeah.
And I said, that's how you know you're doing your thing.
Oh, if you ain't got no haters,
Yeah.
you ain't doing something right. You know what I'm talking about? So you need those to keep you going.
Absolutely.
I said, man, we sure appreciate you coming through. You got any shout outs?
Man, shout out to everybody in Dallas. Shout out to Breakfast Brothers, man. We about to open up on Camp Wisdom, man. Ricky Booker, man. Ken Fo Whitehead, man. They really have took it from the shack. We had it at King of Diamonds first.
He told me that.
Yeah, we had King of Diamonds, then we had it at Pink
Are you part of that?
Well, see, Whitehead, my cousin, Rick was my original manager. So, it's all one big ass family. Yeah.
You cool with B Ham?
Yeah. Me and B Ham is how I met Rick. Small world, man. World. Yeah, man. Ham, man, it's crazy because I be begging him to get back doing music.
Yeah.
But that's my dog. His kids is all, I'm Uncle Fat. They all 16 and 13 and stuff now, man.
Where's he at?
Man,
just being a family.
Man, he don't like this life.
Being a family.
The family man. That's my dog, man.
That's what took me out too.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for this life.
Yeah, man. I remember being around him and I was going through something where I didn't really like people. We would go to shows and he'd be taking pictures and hugging people. I said, man, quit hugging them niggas, bro. You don't know them niggas.
Yeah.
But he used to teach me bro, these your fans.
Yeah.
He introduced me to the new way of doing shit, taking pictures.
Yeah.
I was scared of taking pictures of people, man. I was like,
you need that though. But now you do.
I do. But shout out to him, man. I don't
you was too gangster.
I don't because I used to be paranoid that niggas was plotting on us.
Yeah.
They was.
Yeah. And Hamp was really, he taught me how to let my guard down to a certain extent.
That's where you have to stay in the middle.
Yeah, man. But shout out to be him, man. That's my dog, man. Like I said, I love him, love his mama.
Already.
All his kids, man. He got a lot of kids, a lot of girls.
I need to give him his. I don't like to say give people their flowers because that sounds like a funeral.
Respect, man.
I'm giving you your respect. You need to come on up here.
Even with Rick, man. When I was pushing Maserati, he set up my meeting with Malaco down there in Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh.
He tried to help me get a record deal, and I had a whole other situation going on.
Oh, Rick was slick. Rick was the one who was going to help us with Kyle.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So man, we appreciate you coming through, fam. We got to come back through, and we gonna do the food.
Hey,
man, let's do that because that's what I'm really on.
Yeah, we gonna have a good time.
Hey, I'm going to Houston on Sunday. I'll come back with something.
Let's go, man.
Shout out to Slapwoods, man, because, look, we independent with the tobacco game here in Texas, man, so I need to get that for y'all, man.
That's it, baby.
So,
let's get up out of here, baby.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.